This is how I came up with the name June. It's a crazy story. I was taking some college classes, and anytime I wanted to go home for like winter break or summer break, I would just hop on the Greyhound bus and come on home. That was my means of transportation because I didn't drive, I didn't have a car or nothing like that. Every time I would get my ticket made, I would always get it for one way. Nothing ever changed. I don't know what changed this time. Now, I don't know about now, but the Greyhound bus used to stop in these like really rural areas where there's really nothing around it. Well, we just happened to stop at this little mom and pop shop where they happen to just sell snacks, foods, drinks, and bus tickets. So after about an hour wait, the bus pulls up, and I go to get on the bus, and they're like, "You can't get on the bus because you need another ticket." And I'm like, "Huh?" So I walk up to this little old lady that's behind the counter, and I'm like, they said I need another ticket. And she's like, "Yes, ma'am, you do." And I was like, I don't have a dime to my name. I said, "Ma'am, I haven't ate all day. I'm starving. I have not had anything to drink. And I don't know how I'm going to get home." I said, I'm going to be traveling for like 2-3 more hours. And on the Greyhound, it's even longer. So at this point, I'm in a panic, and she could see that. So I walk outside to try to calm down and see. And back then, cell phones wasn't really a thing. So I was like, what am I going to do? The little old lady comes outside, and she said, "Honey, what's your name?" And I'm like, "Amanda." And I said, "What's your name?" And she said, "June." And I said, "Well, it's nice to meet you, June." I said, "It looks like I'm going to be waiting here with you for a while because I don't know what I'm going to do right now." And she said, "Honey, come on in here." She made me out a bus ticket, y'all, to get all the way home. She gave me a whole bag of like little groceries and snacks and drinks and everything I needed to get me home. I said, "Well, June, I'm going to get on this bus. I appreciate you." I hugged her. And she told me to have a good life. And I said, "I'm going to be back to pay you. I'm going to be back to pay you." On my way back to the school, I stopped into that little store. And I walked up to the counter and I said, "Excuse me, sir, can I speak to June?" And he said, "Huh?" I was like, "June, the little old lady that was here the other day." He was like, "Ma'am, are you okay?" I was like, "Yeah." He said, "That's my mother, and she died 3 years ago." I said, "Huh?" There's no way. I was freaking out. Long story short, I just figured that was my guardian angel, and I'm naming my kid June now.